House Ferry again with part 2 of my fireplace project. I removed the cast iron fireplace because it was very corroded, very rusty, and discovered these nice walls behind, but they were very, very dirty and a lot of the pointing had fallen out. So I made up a mix of ready mix mortar and this Solo lime plaster. Solo one coat lime plaster, which is a really nice material. I know it's supposed to be plaster, but I've used it for a few things and it seems to be okay. So this was the mix. I think it was a 50-50 mix of ready mix mortar and the lime plaster. And I did actually wet these walls before I did it. They do look quite dry, but I did spray them before I put the plaster, they're pointing on. So I did this just slapping it in so that it gets it gets well stuck to the base, and I wasn't too worried about making a mess because I knew that I was going to be sponging it afterwards all over the wall. There was a lot to fill in. There were a lot of cracks. It wasn't just missing pointing. There were holes in the bricks and cracks in the bricks. Very corroded. Not so much on the sides. The back was a lot worse. Obviously, that bore the brunt of the fire. It was a cast iron fire that was in there, but it was probably the brickwork at the back was probably never ever cleaned or repointed in the whole time that cast iron insert was in there. So I'm just scrubbing off the mix here. It was actually very easy to do, bit by bit, taking it off carefully so I didn't take too much off. This was just a damp sponge that I would regularly rinse out in my bucket of cold water. It was not so pretty on the back as the sides. I would have been quite happy with that look, but the back was not nice. Lots of black, and I'm not keen on black. So I knew I needed to do something else. I should really have cleaned the bricks before I did the pointing, but I didn't. So I set about cleaning the bricks, getting rid of the black. This cleaner was very good at removing the tar and the surface gunk. It came off in kind of, coloured. The liquid was clear, but when it came dripped down, it was coloured. Like you can see, it really brought out all the sticky stuff. Creosote, probably. I don't know. It wasn't so good at getting rid of the kind of permanent black. Some of the bricks were so fire damaged that they almost looked like obsidian. They were really, really hard to clean. I tried over and over again with one coat and then wash it off, another coat, and I couldn't get rid of the black. So I tried this, which was an acid-based cleaner. And again, I tried using it several times, several applications, and rinsing off each time. I've read online that lots of other people have had the problem of trying to clean up blackened fireplace bricks, and there doesn't seem to be a very good solution for very blackened bricks that have not been cleaned in 100 years. This, I think, is only good for minor damage. This is the bricks after they have been cleaned, believe it or not. I tried a wire brush bit on my drill. This is sandpaper. I tried lots of different things. Sandpaper was pretty good actually, but it generally just kind of smoothed it down and made it even more like obsidian. That was a angle grinder disc, obviously, just a normal one, which was good, but it got rid of all the character from the bricks, and I would have ended up with a completely smooth wall. That was a sandpaper disc, but it created an enormous amount of dust. It would have completely filled my house once again with lots of dust, and I couldn't bear the thought of that, and it wasn't working brilliantly, and again it was taking off a lot of the character. So I decided to paint the worst offending bricks with red oxide metal primer, which I had hanging around because I'm also renovating my van, because it was brick colour. I actually put it on there without shaking it up properly, so that was a bit watered down. It does go thicker than that. I ended up painting all of the bricks actually, because I thought I'd unify them a bit rather than looking really messy. And I liked the colour. I think I put 2 coats on, and then I put some more pointing on because all of the cleaning had removed some of it. I also decided I wanted it to be a bit smoother at the back to make it easier to clean. I added the green pebbles where there were missing bricks. Just randomly dotted a few into the brickwork, and I decided to paint over the whole thing, give it a wash with masonry paint, Sandtex breathable masonry paint, to lighten it up a bit, make it a bit smoother so it's easier to clean, give it a little bit of sheen. There were a lot of steps, in this process. It was a lot of work, and I didn't know if at the end of it was going to be any good, but I really am happy with how it's turned out, and I'm really glad that I didn't decide to cover it all up with brick slips or board, which I think is the norm. I really like it. It's not perfect. That empty bit is going to be hidden by the log burning stove. This is the almost finished result. I have put 2 coats of sealant on, so that's going to make it easier to clean, and it's brought the colours out a little bit as well. Helped to define the bricks. If I was to do it again, I would put more of the green pebbles in because I really liked them, but I didn't put enough in. I should have been a bit more brave. I'll leave you with some photos of the finished result. Let me know what you think to it. The next video will probably be of me tiling the hearth. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'll think of something. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Bye!